It's the YellaWood 500 and a packed house here in Alabama. Excited to see the NASCAR Cup Series. Let's go! There is nothing like that roar here at Talladega.
Bit of a scattered restart. You can see Joey Logano leading that second pack. Did not get a good launch, but watch what that allows him to do. That space that's between him, now he's able to get a big draft. Let's see if he does anything with it. There he goes, jumps to the outside.
You know, his recent drafting track results, Steve, don't reflect how good he has been prior to that. But he just said, as we ride along with thanks to Hunt Brothers, he said, I consider us one of the favorites today.
Well, absolutely. Anytime Joey Logano gets on a drafting track, you have to have his name circled. But, you know, aggression is a great strategy to win, but it also could put you right in the kind of the eye of the storm. I love that. TJ Majors giving the information. He gave him that warning about the one working the outside, and there he is, back to 4 wide, right there in the middle. You see it, first lane, or first group 4 wide. Brad Keselowski, one from the bottom, the one car, and him splitting the middle lane.
That got really tight. Oh, there it is, the 7 car trying to make it 4 wide on the outside of Gibbs. He made it work.
And helping Joey Logano out. Joey said, look, I know a win would be fantastic, but I still believe I can point my way through as Ryan Preece blasts his way into the lead, takes Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch with him. Shane Van Gisbergen tucked in there as well. Back on board with Logano. Fellas, he said yesterday, if I can finish top 5 in each of the stages and the race today, I can still point my way in after Martinsville next weekend. So he's not putting a huge weight of expectation on himself that it's a must win. He said, I still believe I can point my way in.
We'll get left. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call it 10 cars, including the 9 of Chase Elliott in a scary situation, pitting from the top lane of that white car in the back. Very ill-advised to do it from there. I think that was the 11 of Hamlin.
Penalty on pit road, guys. The 19 car.
Oh, no.
Chase Briscoe too fast on entry.
And this stacked up mess.
Oh, it was getting into turn 3. It was chaos.
Yeah, like Denny is right here in the top lane, and he's got to continue to lift to try to get the pit road.
And
How
Elliott,
scary this is, pitting from the top line.
and who, that was close. Almost 2 weeks in a row. And we hear there's a penalty for Kyle Busch. 2 quick exiting. So it was Briscoe on entry. It was Busch on exit. Cindric left right behind his teammate Ryan Blaney, but here comes the pack.
Oh, they just can't pull. Oh, they're going to split them. This is scary.
Cindric is left in the middle, so is Blaney. They just get swamped.
Yeah, that was a dangerous move by those 2 drivers. I think what they tried to do is they wanted them to split them because they could catch the pack quicker. Trouble right there with the 77.
He had some sort of issue. He went up the track slow. I don't know if he has a flat or
right
a loop.
rear.
It's not the big one, but it's big enough to affect multiple cars and teams, and a playoff driver in Chase Elliott. That's AJ Allmendinger. He had rocketed from 35th to the lead. Justin Haley was one of those constants at the front in the lead pack. Damaged car, damage for Allmendinger, damage for Elliott. And AJ Allmendinger up on his feet. So AJ's in that 16. Gregson's up above him. And it was Jones into Gregson, Allmendinger, and there's more contact to come.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a lot. It was time to go. Big push from the 43 to the back of the 4. Just turns the 4. Turns him around to the left, catches the 16, who goes up and makes a really big impact. Look at the front of the field right here. 2 big hits. The 16, oh, that 7 as well. So many big hits into that safer barrier.
It's 2 very common wrecks at Daytona and Talladega. This is one of them. Eric Jones pushing the 4 car, trying to propel him forward. It just did not get it timed up right on corner entry.
If you're a Chase Elliott fan, these are not the images you wanted to see. Chase has stepped out of his car, and it's day done.
See the cars falling back off the pack. Remember, not in the top 10. They want to avoid this last lap. It's going to be crazy.
One to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
Blaney made the most of that restart. Picked up a lot of spots, 4 spots.
Two guys who needed to perform today, Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano, are in the right time, right spot, right time. Here comes Tyler Reddick. Couple of Toyotas at the front of this pack. Coming to grab as many stage points as they can. The playoff drivers, in terms of Blaney and Logano, are the lead two. Then Christopher Bell is the next one. Grabbing as many points as they can. But who's going to get them all? It's tight between Reddick and Gibbs. Really tight. Who do they give it to? Reddick. No, they switch it at the end. It's Gibbs. Grabs the maximum points.
Out there, Ty. Good practice for later.
Now that he's got this track position, let's see if he still complains about it. Let's see if that temp comes down. That move right there may have been more about that gear oil issue than perhaps track position.
Whoa, big move at the front.
Man.
Right down in front of Michael McDowell, Anthony Alfredo. That was a crash that didn't happen. My goodness.
I don't know if Alfredo thought he was going to go block the 71 that could get in front of him, but look at this. From the 3rd lane to the 1st lane, not clear.
Wow. All lining up.
Look at Logano.
Busher, speeding penalty, too fast entering. Here comes the next wave of cars. Yep, here we go. Big pack of cars.
Oh, Van Gisbergen's gone. Spinning on entry to pit lane.
And they all avoid him. Somehow he slides through the pack and into the grass. We'll watch the gas only stops and see if SVG can get going, or will it bring out a yellow?
He's stuck.
NASCAR does not want to throw the caution right here because it's in the middle of a pit cycle, but they have no choice. The caution comes out right now. SVG sitting right there is in big danger. They just had to throw it. The weepers where the seams between 2 pieces of asphalt reach each other. Now watch this. SVG, watch his left side of his car as he's coming in. He does indeed get his left sides right over that water.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is when he has the issue. And that's the initially when the back of the car starts coming around. So maybe SVG is 100% right.
Josh Berry's crew working underneath the right rear. There's a tire laying on the ground, and there's not a lot of competition in this pit stop, but Ty Dillon hits this tire. You see the pit crew member very frustrated. That tire makes contact with the crew member who's under the car. Scary, scary situation. Look at that. NASCAR penalizes the 10 as I believe he should be penalized. I think there's just unnecessary. I don't know what information Ty was given.
Whoa! Great save from Chase Briscoe. 1 to go from here, presented by Credit One Bank. Points on the line. Playoff drivers at the front. It is on. Spare a thought for young Carson Hocevar in the middle of a sea of playoff drivers with so much on the line. And it's Briscoe and Larson who come out of turn 4 and head to the tri-oval to try and grab 10 points. And it's the 19 with his nose in front at the moment, and it's the 19 from JGR and Chase Briscoe who grabs the maximum points in stage 2.
Joey Logano continues to mention the gear oil issues. They just lost Josh Berry, who just went to the garage area, by the way, an important wingman for both of them. Could this be kind of falling apart here for Team Penske?
Yeah, it really is, because the 21 had the speed to make things happen for them. Whether he was pulling them along or then could get behind them and really push, so that's going to be detrimental.
First thing get bailed on by the fucking Fords. I know. We're lined up in the fucking 2nd lane going to the tri-oval, and he goes back down to the bottom.
So, Jeff, it brings up a very interesting dilemma. If you are a non-playoff car and your manufacturer tells you, hey, help the playoff cars when you can, what's your reaction? Do you do it or not?
I do exactly that. I help them when I can. And when I can't, I don't. And what that means is I can help, but not at my detriment. Something going on with the back in the mid-pack.
It was Riley Herbst. Seemed to lose speed pretty quickly. Look at the middle of the screen.
Yeah, everybody going around. I'm assuming this is some sort of tire issue. Has the look of a tire going down or a mechanical issue. He does a nice job not turning left until he's completely clear.
Yeah, Kim, an interesting dilemma here for Team Penske. All day long, they've had Josh Berry to play the role of the car that's leading. When you lead here at Talladega, you burn way more fuel. In fact, over a run, it's about a 2 to 3 lap deficit. Add to that Joey Logano did not top off under the last caution, so he's had a pretty good fuel deficit to his teammate Ryan Blaney right behind him. I just asked Paul Wolfe, Steve, does that concern you? He said, yep, obviously it does concern me a little bit, but no matter what, our plan is Ryan Blaney is going to pit with us when we come to pit road.
An unfortunate end to the day for Rick Ware Racing's Cody Ware in the Arby's Ford, as he ended up spinning in his own oil.
Yeah, he came by on the front stretch very, very, very slow. We weren't sure he was going to get back around even from that. The engine, it sounded like it had expired on the 51.
It's such a difficult decision for Todd right there in that 34 car. Go to the bottom or stay in the middle. Larson's done a really good job of pushing him. So now again, Todd gets way out in front of the pack, and here they come. What's Larson do? Really nowhere to go. Just push, push, push. The outside lane coming.
Third lane headed by Briscoe. Is it going to be a playoff driver who is celebrating a berth in the championship 4, or will it be a spoiler, a non-playoff driver?
Big run on the outside. Buescher's going to get all the way to the quarter panel of the 24. The 8 of Kyle Busch back of the pack, drives it in there 4 wide. He knows it's time to go. Is there enough time left for the driver of the 8?
Carson Hocevar on that top line. Ty Gibbs in the 54 is pushing.
That top lane of Buescher, that momentum got built up from a whole lap ago.
2 to go from here.
Back in that pack, Kyle Busch making it work with the 22 of Logano, trying to get on offense. Lost track position. He was in the back of the field. Here they come.
Buescher thought about it. William Byron goes lower. Larson is in the middle. Alex Bowman staying way out of the way. He goes down onto the apron, and around goes Chris Buescher. Buescher's in the fence.
Big impact, driver's side.
It is not the catalyst for the big one, but it takes the RFK driver out of the YellaWood 500.
You saw the movement, the dancing, the blocking. Chris Buescher gets spun off the front of the pack. You see his eyes close. Big hit for Chris Buescher.
Yeah, it was a huge hit. Yeah, pushes gone bad. We see it so many times. Blocks or pushes are typically how these wrecks happen, and that's it. So much momentum. It looked like Byron was getting a push from someone behind him as well. Let's see it right there. Yes, that's what happened. Hocevar with a big push into the 24 Byron, and then as soon as Byron gets to Buescher, he gets another hit, and around Buescher goes. That's what we talked about earlier. The spotter has to be telling all the drivers where the car is 3 rows in front.
Up front, big push on the top right here. The 23, will he stay with the 5? He will so far. He's going to push the 5 out to the lead. Will the 5 go down the block? He will, and the 23 will jump to his outside.
But the 23 has good momentum from the 19. Good push. Now the bottom lane is more organized.
3 playoff drivers in the top 4 positions. Bubba Wallace doesn't care about that. He wants another win at Talladega. Kyle Larson's trying to get his first ever win on a super speedway. Wallace has half a car length at the moment. The Hendrick teammates, what's happened? Look at this, Larson is out. Maybe out of gas. That leaves Wallace. Here comes Briscoe on the inside. Ty Gibbs has got a chance. Gilliland's got a chance. Tucked up on that low line. The Joe Gibbs Racing teammates with Bubba Wallace up high. They're in the shadows of the tri-oval. Briscoe, Wallace, Gibbs. Chase Briscoe's gonna get his first win on a super speedway and lock his way into the championship 4. Byron spins through into the shadows. It's Briscoe's big time on the big track. Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.